Is it somebody right on my call? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? And how are you on this Thursday? Well, I hope everything with you is copacetic, and I hope that you're having a marvelous day or marvelous evening or a wonderful night, whatever it is. Wherever this video finds you, I hope it finds you in perfect peace. Now, with that being said, before I do some readings, I would like to talk about what's going on. First, I want to talk about Diddy. You know, I think he has that appeal today, and they're really fighting for him. And I hope that he walk. I really do. Why? Because I always want things to be fair. I think that he got a bum deal. I really do. You don't have to agree, but I do. And I don't think that the crime met the punishment. Now, for him beating up that woman, that was god awful. But that's not what he was on trial for. However, I believe that's what they judged him for. I really do believe that. But nevertheless, today, this is Thursday the 9th, and they're supposed to come to it. So I don't know how long we have to wait before we see what all the judges have to say. I hope he gets to walk. Some say he might go home this evening. It don't look like it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. No one knows, but I'm hoping that it works in his favor. I really, really do. I think he served the crime. I don't think that they found anything on him substantial to hold him. I don't. And forget about what is right, what is wrong, what is. It is what is the law. And I think he got a bad treatment. I really do. And this has nothing to do with me liking Diddy, because you've been with me long enough to know that I'm going to tell you my truth. And my truth is always going to be ethical, because I want to be ethical. I don't care about what I feel. I care about what is right for anyone. Now, with that being said, I wish him the best of luck. But if they find it not in his favor, well, that's fine too. Also, I want to talk about Ilhan Omar. I think that's her name. Anyway, she's been in the news. She's been dogging out America. She's been, oh my God. I don't know why this woman is here. Why does she wants to stay here? She can't stand the president. She can't stand anybody who remotely agree with anything he says. She can't stand anybody that stands up for him. She can't stand his followers. She can't stand anything. And the curious thing about it all is she's a thief. She married her brother. And you know, with all this thing happening in New York and I'm going to tell you, you all know I talk about this from time to time, and it just looked like we are trying to turn into a Muslim country. But I blame us Americans. I don't blame myself, of course not, but I blame you all. I do. I blame you. Yeah. Why? Because I feel as though you have been so lax, even though I've even asked friends of mine, what do you think? They feel as though, let people in. I think the border should be open. Let them in. I don't think it's fair. I definitely don't agree. I think we really need to screen carefully about who we let in. Just like we found out that Ilhan, her husband not her husband, but her father was a part of some regime that was taking up that was hurting people or killing people. And Somaliland won her. They won her. And I think they should send her back to them. I do. I've never heard such venom come out of the mouth of a foreigner that turned American. And she always say, American people. She doesn't recognize the whole United States. She only recognizes where she's from. And what is that place? I forgot. It'll come to me. But I can't remember it. I want to say it's not Montana. But that's what she loves. She loves that. Nothing else. Where she lives and where she's a senator or whatever she is. I don't know. But I just want this country. I don't like the road. I don't like the way that we're going. I don't like that. I don't want to get up to ever prayer. And I know that people say, well, we should have a religion for everyone. The Jews have their section and they do. The Christians have their section and Buddhists have their section and whatever else have their section. And so Islam saying, well, we want our section too. The problem that I have with Islam is there is no religion that I know of that goes out and pray 5 times a day in front of people out in the open, or just building church, building mosque everywhere inside the plane, what they call it, the airplane station where you go to load a plane. They're everywhere. And I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, because I know you got black Muslim, white Muslims, all kind of Muslims, but I know that there are different sects of Muslims, different sects of them. So, but I'm talking about the Muslims that hate America, the Muslims that burn our flag, the Muslims that don't like America. They don't like us. The Muslim that says that we're going to take over. The Muslims that says, hey, when you serve food in the cafeteria, you got to have food made for Muslim kids. When we were in school, there wasn't no, when I was in school and my daughter was in school, there was no meal set aside because of Christian. There was no fish served on Friday for Catholics. We ate what they gave us. It was a wholesome meal. They tried to put it together, but now they want them to have, they want their religion to be out in your face. They want places where they could just pray in the open. They want to be able to come off of the airways, say what they want. I think it is horrible. And I have no problem in saying it. I don't like it, and I'm such against it. And as a matter of fact, it frightens me. I'm looking at right now, I forgot the name. Guys, when I come on sometimes, I just don't even prepare. I don't even prepare, especially when I'm going to be reading. So I don't even prepare. But I'm looking at this thing, the housemaid, the housewife, not the housewife, the Maiden's Tale, something like that. But the New Testament or the Testament, that's what's on now. I would rather, as horrid as it is, I would rather live under that regime because it's Christian at base and I understand it, even though I don't agree with it at all, than to live under Sharia law. I really would. I wouldn't want that either. No way. But if I had to choose, I'm going to choose what I know versus what I don't know. Now, I'm not saying Islam is a bad religion or anything like that. It's fine to me. It's fine to me. And I just feel as though I just don't want to be splitting that. This is a country that is a Christian country, but I think because of all of the men and women that has ruined the faith, lying, cheating, stealing, molesting, taking advantage of the youth, all of this has given Christianity a bad name. And the way it looks like to me, from where I'm sitting, it looks like the glory of God has departed from America. And now we have a whole nother religion that's coming in and saying, hey, we know how to get your women in order. We know how to, cover them up. We know what to do. You know, when I think about youth and white, black, Asians, all of us, Hispanics, Mexican, whatever, all of us, the way that many of our youth act is horrifying. The way that they dress, the way that they conduct themselves. And I can see a religion like Islam coming in and saying, hey, not only are you the great Satan, look at what you've done to your people. And I think that if we don't want that, I think that we need to band together. And I think parents, you need to talk to your youth. You know, they was burned. They don't even want them in Florida for spring break. And now Texas saying, oh my God, what is going on? We need to fix this. We need to fix this. Really, our country is sick. And if I was of another religion and a religion that was devout, and I saw the conditions of America, I can see why they would want to do that. And I'm not lying on that. I can see it. I don't want it. I banned against it, but I can see it. We have to bring Christ back in America. The spirit has departed. When I look at the way that the Democrats and the Republicans and the liberals and the lefties or the righties or whatever, the way they're arguing and ripping each other a thread, saying horrible things, it is absolutely despicable, which leads me to the view. With Whoopi and Joy and Sonny, that would not be what Barbara would want it. It's sad. You can't even voice your opinion. They, you know what? It used to be a show where it had variety. It had stuff that talked about things. Now it's all political and it's all one-sided. They need to have, if they're going to do it, it should be open to what everybody. They need to have everybody on that panel, but it would never work because, and I used to love Whoopi Goldberg. Oh my God, I did. Now she makes me sick. I'm being honest. The way she spew out her mouth is sickening. I used to think Joy was so funny. The way she spew out her mouth, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then Sonny, I really didn't know her. I know she's been there for a while on the View, but I don't know why they still having them people on. They just so unfair, and it's their way or no way. And I'm thinking, the long as these people act the way they act, they give the other races permission to say, well, we can act this way. We can act this way. If the president used profanity, well, damn it, I'm going to use profanity. This is what I see. And I just think it's horrible. I really do. And I hope that things change. But it just doesn't seem like nothing's is changing in this country. It seems like it's going down. And it's like we're going straight to the pit of hell because the glory of God has departed or is departing from the United States of these America. It's sad and sickening. And I just wanted to stop by and just voice my opinion. Now, also, I don't know if I talked about Diddy, but if I didn't, I'm going to go over it again. Well, we're going to see what's going to happen. And let's see, I did talk about him. So we're going to see what's going to happen to him. And as far as the war go, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is Iran to say, okay, we're going to work a peace deal. Okay, we're going to ceasefire. Okay, at least this is the way I understand it. And the next thing you know, they're back to fighting again. You know, people say it's wrong. I don't know. And the reason why I stay neutral in this, because there are things that's going on in the White House behind the on wall that we will never know. So I can't speak on something half because I don't know the whole story. I hear people say, my friends say, oh, it's Israel. Israel run America. Israel is the ruler of America. But then, you know, I was raised, now I don't know if it's true or not, I was raised, those that bless Israel will be blessed, and those that curse Israel will be cursed. But then at the same time, who is Israel? We're talking about spiritual Israel, and that includes the church. So I don't know. It gets complicated. All I know, it seems like the glory of God is departing from America. And when I think about youth, it's all the liberties. It's the violence on TV. It is all of that. It's the violence. It's the violent movies. It's all on TikTok. It's just everywhere violence. And then they're suing these companies, these like TikTok or whatever, these shows or these networks, because their children have been suffering. You know what? I think that is, in my opinion, I think it's dumb. Why buy your child if you can't control what they watch? That's your responsibility to watch what your child watch. I just think that we are just losing it. That's what I'm saying. Everybody is fighting. Everybody is arguing. Everybody has a problem. Nobody's happy. We're warring after each other. They done got Hillary. She's done out there. We're talking about the Epstein files, all of that. And absolutely, what do you think is going to become with the Epstein file? Who do you think they're going to arrest? Think about it. Nobody. I think it's just something for people to just want to argue about, to have something to be mad about. You know, you want to impeach the president. You want the Epstein files. You want the information out for aliens. It's just so much going on. We have the planet. They've gone up into space. I forgot the name of the thing right now, but they're up in space. They be there for 10 days and circling the moon. And you think all these things that's going on? No, the stars said that it's going to be a bumpy year. And we know that. And the curtains are being opened. And the reality and the real is starting to hit us in our faces. And I'm starting to see America in a way I never seen her before. She looks so fragile. You know, because she's so disconnected. There is no love in the higher places. I often wonder, why is it that people are like Tom Hanks and Robert De Niro and the likes? Why they're so angry? Why? They're wealthy. They're all rich. They got money. What are they fussing for? I don't get it. In my opinion, if you're an actor, stay in the actor's place. I don't want to know what you believe in. I just want to love you as an actor. That's what I want. I don't want to know how you feel. And when they do the awards, I don't want to hear the jokes. I just want you to get up there, deliver it, keep it neutral. I don't want to hear what anybody got to say about their opinion, about what they feel, because it makes me, as a person who likes going to the movies, who love movies, and then I got to sit back and because you done said something that's so offensive, now I'm upset. And now I don't want to see your movie. And this is what's going on with The View, with Disney. It's crazy. We are out of order in this country. And again, I say, my opinion, I believe the glory of God is leaving from the United States of America. And I think that if you're not careful, Sharia law is going to come in and it's going to change everything for everyone. To what degree? I don't know. Should they have a right to worship? Absolutely. In their own mosque, but not in the street. I draw a line at the street. I draw a line when you in the street and they come out and they pray in the street. I draw a line. I could see if it was a prayer visual for someone or for something, but to come out and revolt of the law, or to say we want to be heard and to say we're taking over, I find it offensive. I do. And I think it's sad that these states has allowed it to get this far out of hand. It's sad and it's sickening. Now I spoke my piece. And now, also, when it come down to Baldoni and what's her name? Blair. I can't think. Sorry, guys. Um, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know what about that case. I just think that it either needs to be thrown out and just be done. Yes, that's what I think. So Baldoni and I want to call her Blair. Her name is not Blake. Blake Lively. I just think that the case should be thrown out. Nobody should get anything. Just throw this mess out because that's all it is. And if you ask me, I think Blake was in it for it was a money grab. It was just something that she could do to grab money. That's what I think. And I think it blew up in her face. And so many of the other charges, about 10 of them has been dropped. So this is absolutely asinine. It has held up the court for this rubbish. Rubbish. And do I think Baldoni did those things? No, I don't. If he did, not in the way that she's saying it. Absolutely not. I don't agree with that at all. But then that's my opinion. I voiced my piece. I've said what I had to say. I don't have baby Crone here, so I'm just free flowing today. I'm doing me, and I'm just free flowing, saying how I feel, and let the chips fall where they may. If you like this, if you like me just saying it and venting and saying how I feel about every what you think, please give me leave a comment down below. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up, please. I really appreciate it. Hype us up, really. I really appreciate it. And what else can I say? That's all I got to say. I just wanted to come on here and vent a little. I think I got it all out. It was not rehearsed. It was not planned. But I can say this in my party. The real Americans. The real, it don't matter what side you on. Whether you're a lefty, a righty, a liberal, it doesn't matter. Love one another. Love one another. Have respect for one another. Let's start there. And with that, I say, sunflowers.